Oh yeah, that's a big one. Wow.
Oh, it is. I think this has got to be it.
Wow. Oh yeah, he's gonna be your record.
Welcome back, guys. Today I'm back in a swamp. I am in a swamp for a very specific reason. Technically today is day 2 of a multi-day mission to catch bowfin, and not just any bowfin. I am on the hunt for a trophy bowfin, and what my ultimate goal is to try to figure out, one is where to catch them, which I think I have figured that out, and 2, what is the most appropriate bait to throw at them to target them. So I've got a buddy that's trying to catch one. He's trying to participate in this Tennessee Angler Recognition program where you have to catch all these trophy size fish, and the one that he's needing assistance with is the bowfin. And a bowfin is not a fish that's typically targeted, at least not in my circle of fishermen friends. But that's what I'm going to try to do today, is to try to specifically target them. They're normally a species that I would just luck up on while I'm bass fishing. And so that's kind of the approach that I'm going to take. They have multiple names. Technically they're called a bowfin, but they also go by the name of Grinnel, which is what we call them here in the South. But they also call them a swamp trout or a cypress trout. And so what better place to target them than in a cypress swamp? And I'm choosing this particular lake because there is quite a bit of flooded timber. I say flooded cypress woods back over this direction. We're going to get up in here, and that's where I'm going to attempt to target them, but there should be some out here as well. Now today I only brought 2 types of baits with me, and it's all soft plastics. I got creature baits and worms, which technically this is a lizard by 6 cents, but same thing. Worm and the lizard, I kind of categorize the same. So I've got that on one pole, and I don't remember what color this is. I think this is watermelon red. And then on this pole, I've got a basic creature bait, right? And this one is Junebug color. And so these are the only baits that I brought, other than the 2 baits that were on these poles that I cut off to throw in my bag. So before we get into today, let me catch you up on the last day that I was here, which was technically 2 weeks ago. I was hoping to get out here sooner than this, but this was my next opportunity to go. And I will actually be out here again tomorrow with Sean, doing it again at a different lake out down the road here. But before you see all this, whatever I figure out to do today, let me catch you up on a couple of weeks ago and what I did on that video. So check this out first. So I'm going to start out with this big chatterbait with one of these missile swim baits, and that's how I'm going to get the day started. We'll go from there. Alright guys, here is my finished product. This is a fairly large bait, I will tell you that. It's going to take a fairly good sized bowfin to get this, which I'm not here for a small one. So this is what I've got. See what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my second bass rod set up with white, and I'm going to teeter-totter between the 2, just so I'm not missing out on something. Okay, I've decided to set my second bass rod up with this, we'll say white-ish spinnerbait with chrome blades. And the reason why is just because I want something different from that in case I picked a bad color. I'm just going to go between the 2 baits, back and forth, because I don't want to sit there and fish with the wrong bait all day. So I've got this white one set up now. There it is. Got a fish immediately. What have I got? Is that a bass? Ooh, yeah it is. It's a good bass. I put white on and immediately caught a fish. Dang. So I just threw that orange one all through here. Now, bass is not my target species today, but this tells me that they're in here. So caught that one on white. So I don't know, I might have to stick with white. We'll just have to see. All right. Something's attacking fish up in there. I don't know what it is, but something in that brush over there is attacking the bait fish.
All right, so whatever that fish is up in that tree. Well, I had to go over that little limb. There is a fish somehow in that treetop. It's a matter of whether or not I can get him to bite. He was kind of in the heart of it over there. Somehow up in that mess. There he was. Oh wow, that was a bowfin. That was a giant bowfin. That was a giant bowfin. That's the fish I've been after right there. Man. There he is, got him. Ooh. Yep. All right. There we have it. I finally got one of them. Dang. I had to get all off in these bushes. Guys, that is the target species. It's a bowfin, and that's one of them right there. Let's get a measurement on him. All right, so I finally landed one. If I can get him to sit still long enough to get a measurement on him. This guy is only 17 3/4. But as I finally caught a bowfin, I'm gonna let him go. That is nowhere near the size we're looking for. The one I missed earlier was 10 times that size. So that bowfin came off of the white spinnerbait with that's actually a French pearl colored Kitech. That's the 3-inch Kitech. And all these bowfins, I say all of them, all 2 of them, have been closer to the bank in this tight brush as opposed to being out here. Some of the bass were out here, and I'm catching bass in here too, but the bowfin seem to be, the bank is right there, and there's all this brush, buckbrush, trees, all this stuff down the bank. And they seem to be over here. I haven't had a single bowfin chase out in here, and I've caught bass all through that. All right, I'm on the outside of the lake now, and I'm just gonna target up close to the bank and the brush and never mind the stuff that's way out for now, and try to see if I can't find another one of these guys hiding in here somewhere. Ooh, I got a fish right there. That's a bass. Well, my thought process worked. I just didn't hang the right species. Whoa. Running into trees out here in the middle. Oh, there he was. I got him. What have I got? Oh, it's another bowfin. Sweet. Right here at the last. Dang. Finally got another one about the same size as the first one. He's about torn this spinnerbait to pieces. All right, guys. Well, I did end up landing 2 bowfins on the spinnerbait. This is the second one. I bloodied his mouth a little bit. But this is the second bowfin that I've landed. And I was getting ready to leave. The boat ramp is right there. And I finally landed a second bowfin. This is what I was here to catch today. So, well, there he goes. But the spinnerbait did pull it off.
So technically, one of my fishing poles that I brought today had a spinnerbait tied on it. So I actually do have a spinnerbait with me. If for some reason I cannot catch a fish on this, I can switch back. I didn't bring any other spinnerbaits. It just happened to be on this pole when I got here. I am hoping that I don't have to. I'm hoping that I can figure out a color of one of these creature baits that actually is working, you know. What my hope is for the day. Okay, I tell you what, the point I'm at right now, I have fished a couple of 100 yards of bank, woods, cypress tree, cypress knees. I haven't gotten a single bite, and I have thrown every color, worm, and creature bait that I have brought with me. I just keep switching to see if something will change. And I watched a predatory fish chase like a shad around right here by the boat. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't get him to bite. So the only reason I have a spinnerbait with me today is because it was tied onto one of these poles when I got here. But I'm fixing to put it on and just fish this spot right here real quick just to see if I can catch a fish. And I'm going to leave it tied on, and every now and then I'm going to pick it up and throw it after I have fished a spot with these, because if these aren't going to work, it'd be nice to know it. So the reason why I'm putting this on is because I want to know if the fish are actually biting, but they just don't want creature baits and worms, which is weird that would be the case, but I'm trying to rule out something. But I just worm fished this area right here to death and got nothing out of there. Well, I didn't bring a frog with me, but that sounds like I should have. He was got a fish immediately. Are you kidding me? I just fished this with that worm and I got a bass immediately on a spinnerbait. That is nuts. This is the only bait that works. Now that's not a bowfin, but it took, I don't know what that was, 6 or 7 casts to get a fish on a white spinnerbait, and I've thrown that worm through all of that mess. Alright guys, I'm switching gears. I'm out here on the main body of the lake, and I have switched permanently to this white spinnerbait because I am literally getting 0 bites on the worm and the creature bait. When I say 0, I mean 0. And the few times that I have picked this up, I seem to catch a fish almost immediately. Look at that, see? Oh my God, I picked this up coming across here and caught a fish immediately. Oh my God, this is a huge Grinnel. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, guys. I left the swamp, switched baits, and said, to hell with these worms and lizards and creature baits. I switched over to the spinnerbait permanently because I could not get a bite. And I caught the bowfin I'm here to catch on the first cast out here. That is nuts. He destroyed this spinnerbait. Let me get him unhooked and I'll show him to you. I thought it was a big bass. This is a huge bowfin. All right, so as you can see, because this new net hangs the bait and this fish is so powerful, he destroyed the only spinnerbait I had with me today. I did not bring a bunch of spinnerbaits on purpose because I was gonna try to catch them on the other baits. So let me show you this fish up close. All right, so this is my measuring thing, and it only goes to 22 inches. And so 22 inches is right here. So this guy is probably 26 inches long. Okay, so that's a pretty good sized bowfin. And again, it came off of that white spinnerbait. And here I am laying it back in the net. Look, so this is a Berkeley spinnerbait. And this is what this guy bit, and he just destroyed it. It's garbage now. So let me get this guy back in the water. He's gone.
Literally, this is the only bag that I brought. And I actually got some swim baits, but I don't have any hooks for them. I mean, the only terminal tackle I brought was Texas rig and these little wobble head creature bait hooks is what I use. Anyway, so this is all that I brought to fish today. I didn't bring any of my other stuff because I was going to stay committed to this. And this has not produced a single fish yet. So I'm gonna have to figure something out real quick. You know what I could do? You know, I wonder, I've never tried this before, but this creature bait hook, I wonder if I can put one of these Rage swim baits on here and use it like a freaking swim bait. We're gonna try it. Look, so this is my, I did not bring any swim bait hooks at all. I just happened to have that bag of, that little pack of swim baits in my thing, but I didn't have any hooks for it at all. So this is what I rigged up. This is not what it's typically would look like, but I think it'll work just fine. Oh, I got it. Holy crap, it's a bass. Whoa, and a toad of a bass at that. Come on, buddy. I grabbed him by the mouth, but I got a hook in the bottom. That's a nice bass. That's what I saw up there jumping. He actually chased it to the bottom. I actually let it sink for that one to get it, but that's a nice dude. And that's off that swim bait rig that I made off of that little wobble head. Oh, got it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I got another big bowfin, guys. Holy crap. No, he came off. Oh, no. Dang. Guys, sorry. If I'd have had my chesty on, you'd have been able to see it. Look at what he did to this hook. Can you see this? This was a giant bowfin, guys. Way bigger than the last one. Look at this hook. Trashed it. Trashed it. Wow. That was a giant bowfin. I'm sorry, the camera angle is horrible. Let me see if I can bend this hook out. This is what I know. If I had my bigger net that I used to have in here, that fish would have been in the boat. But because I had this little dinky net, I had him in the net. It was just he was too big for it. He jumped right out of it like it was no big deal. So I've tried to bend this hook back as best I can. It's still a little messed up, but that one had an extra 6 inches on that last one. That was a giant. I'm sorry, the camera angle was not good for you to see that. That was unbelievable. All right, guys, well, I just wrecked my last white swim bait that I had in the boat. So I'm gonna call it quits today. I didn't get a bite on a worm. I didn't get a bite on a creature bait. I didn't get a bite on a lizard. And so, had I not had that spinnerbait already tied on my pole that I cut off and threw in my bag when I got here, I would have been screwed. And so I learned 2 things today. One, don't be so stubborn and come here with one goal in mind. And my goal today was to catch one on a worm or creature bait. That wasn't happening. And had I not had that spinnerbait in my box from, you know, taking it off my pole, I wouldn't have caught anything today. Literally, I wouldn't have caught anything. So I landed one bowfin. The other one I should have landed had I had my net. So the other thing I learned is bring a bigger net. But I also learned white spinnerbait is the only bait to even worry about in these specific lakes, because worms and creature baits, at least today, they did not want that.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Thank you, Lord. Something is going on with I lost it.
Did you lose him?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure? No, he's still running. You got him. Keep.
I've got to tighten down on this drag a little bit.
No, he's still running. You got him. You got him. You got him. I think he's a little shy of your limit, but he's still a good one. Got him. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. You may have just done it on that one. I can't tell. He's close.
I believe he's bigger than the other one was.
I think he's close. Yeah, he's going to be shy. Come on, buddy. Let's not tear it up. Ooh, yes, he's 24. He's 2 inches shy. Ooh, I turned my camera on just in time.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah.
Phone doing here.
So what is that? That's the 6th bowfin of the day, and I just now turned the camera on, so fail.
All right. You want to do the honors or you want me?
No, go ahead.
Whoa. He's thrashing on the way out the door.
How many is that now?
That's 6.
That's 3 I've had, 3 or 4 I've had on, okay? 3 I've had on for sure.
Yeah, I had 2 off the bush. I had the big one that got off. You had the one that was 25. You had the one that was 20.
This one.
This one was 24.
2. Okay, I've got a 24.
Oh, you had
25.
the big one that ran under the tree.
Yeah, that's the 3 for sure for me. And you've had
3 and 3.
Okay.
So we've got 6.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch more because that end's gonna have several in it, I think. It's a matter of time before you break 26. This is the most insane bowfin day I've ever seen in my life. Okay guys, let me catch you up. This lake right here, we did not do any pre-scouting on. We were struggling to catch fish the last couple of days, so we decided to come here. And as you could tell looking at the trees, the water was 18 inches to 2 feet low. And so we came here to go fish back up in the woods, but the water had drained out of the woods and was primarily in the center part of the lake. And so we fished around most of the morning, almost completely unproductive, until Alan decided to make a cast right out in the middle of the lake and ended up catching a really big bowfin, I think that measured 25 inches. And so we ended up realizing that all the fish were in the center of the lake because the water was so low. So anywhere there was structure in the middle, we were catching fish. And as you could tell, they were very destructive, and we went through some spinnerbaits really quick.
Good.
Ooh.
There we go. I got him.
Oh, you still got him? Yeah, you got him. Keep cranking. Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's, oh yeah, that's a big one. Wow.
Oh, it is. I think this has got to be it.
Wow. Oh yeah, he's gonna be your record. That's definitely 26. Definitely 26.
It's wrapped in a
Yeah, keep him cranking. Don't stop cranking. Oh, we got him. That's it. There is no way that's not 26.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh my God. That is 100% 26 inches. I don't have to guess. Wow. Look at what a giant fish.
I cannot tell you how much.
Wow. That is a giant.
Did you get that on camera?
100%. It's right here. Have you got any words to say?
Well, I'm fishing with one of the greatest fishing guides I've ever encountered, without any doubt. I said, I'd like to catch a bowfin. He said, no problem, we'll have one in a day or 2. Okay? But he didn't tell the truth. This is about the 7th or 8th fish we've had on here. So, anyhow, God bless him. Thank you, Lord Jesus. This is something. That's it. That's got
it.
To be it.
That's 100%
it.
it.
30 inches.
We're gonna find out. Let me get this hook out of him.
Oh gosh.
And then that's not pliers. And then we'll put him on the tape.
I guarantee that one made it.
Yeah, that one 100% is gonna make it. This one's definitely 26. Look at that, 20, almost 29.
Okay, yeah, let's
see that? It's upside down for you folks, but it's 29 inches is right there.
Camera.
You said 30 inches and you're almost spot on.
Pinch that tail, okay?
So his nose is all the way in it. Tail pinched is right there. So if he'll stop flopping. It's 28 3/4, or is that 28 1/2? That's 28 1/2.
Make sure he's pinched good.
Yeah.
Okay,
28 and a half. But guys, this is my buddy Alan. So to start this back over, if you'll just explain what is the TARP program, because I had never heard of it until you mentioned it, wanting to come and fish for bowfins.
Well, it's the Tennessee Angler Recognition Program, and currently they have like 26 species of the game fish in Tennessee, and some that you wouldn't call game fish, like carp and gar. And
I wouldn't consider a bowfin
Yeah.
a game fish.
But I do, based
Yeah.
on those fights that we saw.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a game fish as far as I'm concerned, okay? So anyhow, they've got, you know, links that they consider to be trophies, like a striper's 40-inch, sauger's 20, walleye 28, largemouth 22, smallmouth 20.
That's really big fish.
Yeah, crappie have to be 14, brown trout 26, rainbows 24, and so on. So you've got to catch those fish. You need to get a picture of those fish measured. And if you've got somebody to verify it that you're fishing with, like you and I were, you get them to sign your sheet too. You have 90 days to get that turned into the state. You can go online and you can get the form. Go on the TWRA website. You can get the form printed off.
You just keep a stack in your truck and sign off whenever you catch one of these.
Right, and then you sign that off. You send it in with a check for $5. And
what's the $5 for? The registration fee?
Yeah,
I got
their
you.
trouble, okay.
Yeah.
And they've got different levels like that. You get something for the first one you catch. You get something for the next 5 you catch. It could be.
What do you mean something? What do they give you?
Some little gift or something like that that
Oh, okay.
they give you. Then,
You said there's 26 total.
Yeah, 26.
How many have you got?
That makes well, that's the 17th I have registered.
17.
Yeah, but now I've caught many of the others that would be big enough, but that was during the time where I wasn't concerned with the program. I didn't think anything about it, and I wished I had turned those in, because I've got big muskie, flathead, and you know, several other species that probably would have done it.
So you've got 9 left.
Yeah, 9 left, and nobody's ever done 9.
Nobody has completed the TARP program?
Nobody's ever gotten all 26.
No kidding. Nobody has completed this.
Yeah, there's tough ones in there, like lake trout. That is a really difficult one to get. It has to be 28 inches. I think there's like 40 entries in there. I don't know if I said this, but the bowfin, my fish should be the 7th one. And some of these are just like an 18-inch white bass.
So there's only 6 other people in the whole state of Tennessee that's even registered catching a 26-inch as part of this program.
I think of those 6 fish, 2 of them were registered by the same guy, so that would be 5 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
wow.
I think he caught both of those in lakes. I think that may be in one of the cities, like Rossville and then W.C. Johnson Park Lake or something like that.
Yeah.
And and that's one of the things I do. People probably think I'm crazy, but I'm looking to see where were the big fish caught, what time of the year were they caught, and that kind of thing like that. So
yeah, and we're actually in the Wolf River bottoms, or the Hatchie River bottoms, and this is at Swan Lake is where we've caught this one. And so, and we caught, I don't know, what was that, 7? The 7th one for today?
Let's see, I've had 4 on and landed 3. And so what all is
I had 3.
Okay.
So that's 7.
Yeah.
You had 4 and I had 3.
Yeah, I've boated 3 and I had that one that I had on felt like
that went under that log. Yeah.
Of course, it was a good fish. It might have just been a good fish that was a mean fish.
Yeah. And I didn't have the camera on, but I promise you, we had all those fish this morning. And after a few explosions, I was like, I should have had this on the whole time. We were just here having a good time. But when you see these fish explode, like that fish you just had was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like a stick of dynamite hitting. I'm telling you, look, I had a guy fishing with me that broke the state record on stripers.
Yeah.
It's been broken since, and then I caught the state record northern pike, which has since been broken. The striper was 52 pounds. The northern pike was, it was 22 pounds. Okay, and these fish are exciting fish. I'd put them up there with anything.
Right.
This is one of the most exciting fish that I have ever caught. They are mean. In East Tennessee, we got a statement: mean as a striped snake. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are mean. Mean. You do not want to put your hands in their mouth, and they will absolutely, literally destroy a spinnerbait.
They will. One of mine actually tore it in 3
Yeah,
pieces.
yeah.
So, yeah,
They are drag burners.
they are. That was awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming up. This was a blast.
Man, Greg, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. You're a easy, nice guy to talk with. The conversation flows, and it's about good things that are fun, hunting and fishing, you know.
That's right. Thank you,
Anyhow,
buddy.
God bless you, and thank you.
Y'all have a good one.